Gem, Freddeh, Elminster, wulfy83. They are seeing the countdown right now.
And here we go.
We have action. Uncle is error.
I am error.
Suddenly,
right, so
we're playing Zelda 2, and also single bomb. There is one advantage to the single bomb, at least. They have access to the 3 chests at the back of escape.
Yep, they can run that right away. And again, this is standard mode, so we are going to do the full escape at this point. So we're going to be guaranteed our fighter sword. No swordless mode, folks. Don't hold your breath.
And of course, the second item in escape, chance for our runners to at least pick up some magic.
And perhaps the single arrow in the first chest.
One of many.
Yeah.
We're going to see a lot of validations here, folks.
Yeah, bear in mind, because everything has been reduced, there's going to be a lot more single arrows. This is not just the only single arrow like it is in normal mode.
Alright. At this time, all 4 have entered Hyrule Castle. They are going to make their way to the dungeons so that they can rescue Princess Zelda. There are 3 items to pick up here, 2 along the way, and 1 in Zelda's cell.
Alright, so it looks like Gem is the first one in here right now. I'm going to grab the key, and we find the other small key, so that takes care of that problem early on.
That is correct. We are required to find at least, one single Hyrule Castle key somewhere within the 4 chests. And in this case, we just found it right there.
So now the question comes down to is what else do we find along the way? We know the map is going to be along the route as well. That could be in the back end of escape, however. So it comes down to what other items will we find as we make our way through here. It looks like Elminster now taking a slight lead here. Grabs a piece of heart from our chest here.
Considering that the number of heart pieces and heart containers have been reduced, you can't get 20 hearts. It may behoove our runners to actually pick some more of those up than they would otherwise do.
Yeah, pieces of heart might become a little bit more valuable in this run since safeties aren't going to be as frequent here as they would normally be. As now all of our runners now making their way down to Zelda's dungeon, taking out the Chain Guard Knight. Looks like Elminster and Gem going to be the first ones to finish up. And we find another single arrow there in Zelda's treasure chest.
So far, the dungeons are not paying out. This leaves 4 more items that our runners can get right now. The vanilla key chest, and then the 3 chests in the back half, which will require them to use their 1 bomb. If for some reason our runners need to use that bomb prior, then they will have to come back for the 3 chests later.
I highly doubt we'll be seeing that. A lot of these runners are pretty good. I would be surprised if anyone uses their bomb for anything other than that bomb hole. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. And yeah, early on, we're not going to be seeing much divergence, obviously, because everyone has to run this part. Once we get out into Hyrule, that's when things are going to start to open up a little bit. But even then, I wouldn't expect immediate divergence. Most people are probably going to head to Kakariko, since you're already going to be at the Sanctuary anyway.
So far, Gem and Elminster are virtually synced up. Climbing the stairs, approaching the banister? I don't know what you call that.
I've never quite known what to call that. I just call it the back door.
Well, in Hyrule Castle, back door slams behind you.
Thought that was Soviet Russia.
Don't you know, comrade? Everywhere Soviet Russia. I don't know.
Alright, so it looks like Elminster will be the first one we find. B-Torque! So our one of our 2 bottles hiding in the back end, in the sewers of escape.
Now, a bottle this early is not necessarily immediate mercy. Remember, potions are not as powerful in hard mode.
Yeah, they'll only give you 5 hearts and half of your magic, even for a blue potion, so you don't rely on that. But at the very least, having a potion early means when they get to Kakariko, they will be able to check Sick Kid early, so that's not entirely too bad.
They may not be able to check the bottle vendor. I do not see a lot of money for our runners. In the meantime, back of escape. Blue mail this early?
That's probably one of the best things you can hope for with a race like this, is getting some early safeties there. That'll cut their damage by half.
I mean, I agree with that, but I was expecting more trolling than this.
Oh, just wait. This race has only just begun, my friend. The trolling will soon commence.
Now, since... Power Glove.
Gotta love the Power Glove. It's so bad.
So now Death Mountain, at least a few items, is technically accessible if our runners wish to bypass the lamp.
Oh, we got a map check here. I think it was Crystal 5 in Tower of Hera, Pendant in Eastern, Crystal in Desert.
Yeah, I thought I saw the same thing. Rupee tree pull, blue rupees so far. I don't know which tier that is, though. There are 3 tiers of pullings. Crab also dropping blue rupees.
Yeah, Wulfy opting to skip the Lumberjack check. He's going straight for the Lost Woods. So he'll be the first one to see what that's hiding in those 2 locations there. He also gets a tree pull.
Alright, Lumberjack check. I could not tell.
I think... Oh, Piece of Heart.
Piece of Heart in the Lost Woods or Piece of Heart in the Lumberjack Cave?
Lumberjack.
Then both.
Yep. And, oh, Ether Medallion in the Forest Thieves hideout.
Yeah, so far our runners are finding some early progression. In which case, the actual trolliness may just take place with the combat difficulty. Oh, there's some bombs for the tree pull. Now Wulfy is definitely prepared to uncover almost everything in Kakariko.
That will be very helpful for him, and because he doesn't have enough rupees to buy bombs right now. But having that will mean he can check both the well and Blind's Hut without too much difficulty. Though other racers are farming for bombs right now. Gem's got himself 4 as well, so he's in good shape. And Wulfy's going to try to turn in the beetle. Oh, there he goes. He got it now.
Nicely done.
And there's our other bottle. Vanilla bottle vendor. Is this even randomized?
Christos! Alright, let's check Blind's Hut. We're also getting Sick Kid check. We got many things going on right now. Piece of Heart for Sick Kid.
Piece of Heart there for Blind's Hut. Looks like 300 or 100 there. There's the lamp.
Yep.
And 10 arrows.
Tavern also had money. And back of Blind's Hut also had money. Uh-oh, the good beat didn't want to be sold to the bottle vendor on Freddeh's side.
No, it's going after the bird. That's unfortunate for Freddeh. That's a lot of money lost right there. That's 100 rupees down the drain. And we got Shovel in the well.
And what do we have in the chicken coop? Another single arrow.
Yep. And we also find a single bomb and 5 rupees on top. Yep, 5 more rupees. So Kakariko is paying off decently for hard mode, but not as epic as we would hope.
Well, the lantern basically gives our runners will not have to worry about dark rooms. So small mercies again.
Well, technically they wouldn't have to anyway because of the way standard mode works, but it's still helpful.
I thought the only free light cone was in the escape, not and you still needed the lantern for Eastern Palace. Am I mistaken?
I know in older logics it wasn't the way. Maybe they changed it later on. I don't know.
Well, this at least takes out that guesswork. Wulfy
very
picking up
true.
some more bombs. Yeah, money is a precious resource this seed here.
Yep. Okay. Chat's confirming that you are correct. That they must have changed it in later versions of the logic where the cone was only available in Zelda's dungeon, which I can understand that. You know, you don't want to make it too easy.
All right, Freddie did get enough money to get the vanilla bottle. Now, something that was also discussed in chat. Technically, while all of our runners did get blue mail, a second mail did exist previously, but now that mail has been replaced with, I believe, a 20 rupee item. It'll actually be a green rupee with 20 on the side, not a red rupee.
Oh, we got 300 on the library, so that's probably not getting grabbed unless they need the money later.
Well, considering what's been going on with this seed so far, it may actually be grabbed.
No, well, it depends on how soon we find the boots. That's the other question there. We got triple bombs on the race game. Probably not going to be... Wulfy probably not going to be picking that up. He's already maxed out on bombs right now. So... he's going to make his way over to the South Shore.
At least to the dig spot. And Gem is going for those bombs. What do we have buried underneath today?
It is Moon Pearl!
Moon Pearl!
Good call by Wulfy, checking that spot out, getting that Moon Pearl early. That means they only need either another glove or the hammer, and they have Dark World access.
Elminster is about to be handsomely rewarded, as is Gem. Freddeh is... well, he got trolled by the, by the bottle vendor, but... catching up just fine. Meantime, we have a dam check coming up. Alright, we'll be going...
going for the chest first. 300 rupees there. Very nice find.
Well, I guess that means the library won't be a big deal then.
Nope. Because that puts him that much closer to Zora. Let's see what the actual dam has once we drain it.
Ah, rushing water. Feels so good to see.
And what has been soaked up in that water? Just $5.
Again, considering it's hard mode, I would consider just taking the few seconds, pick it up. But Wulfy is deciding not to.
No,
Instead, we're going straight to the mini Moldorm cave.
And Freddeh over there is going to head over straight to Eastern. He's not even doing the South Shore. He's going to see what's in Sir Hassela's closet.
It's not a bad idea. You can gain info about the green pendant, get 3 items in there. We can almost full clear Eastern, even though it is a pendant.
Yep. And let's see. Single bomb, Fisher Price shield, mushroom, single arrow, and a green rupee. And we got bombos over in Sir Hassela's closet. That's 2 medallions already down. And the green pendant is in
Misery Mire.
Ooh, that is a tease.
Indeed.
Oh, and Gem.
Whoa, Gem is checking Agahnim cave.
That's a bit of a divergence there. Only getting a piece of heart for it, but wow, I was not expecting that this early.
Unfortunately, it did not pay off. So Freddeh is heading into Eastern, Wulfy is heading to the Ice Cave, Elminster is going to make the Death Mountain play, I think.
So we're getting a lot of divergence here. That's going to make it difficult for us to track. Let's see what's in the Ice Rod Cave. Wulfy83 checking that out now, and he finds just a piece of heart.
Alright, Gem is about to enter Mini Moldorm Cave.
Master Sword for Freddeh!
Alright, Eastern Palace has 3 items in question, and we've just found one of them. An early Master Sword. However, this This is slightly concerning for me.
We have a 50-50 chance of having an Agahnim run at this point. We need the hammer or gloves to counteract that. But let's see what Elminster finds. The old man dropping. There's the third sword upgrade on 10th Mountain from the old man.
Shades, I think this seed is trolling us.
I think you're right, Wolf. Holy crap.
Now, our runners can only get up to Tempered Sword, but the fourth sword may still be found out there somewhere. We don't know. There it is! Spectacle Rock is the fourth location!
What is going on with this seed?
I don't know! Did someone sneak Jet in here?
No. Not yet, anyway. Freddeh now checking the big chest there, finds the map in Eastern Palace. Oh, man. All 4 swords now accounted for within 15 minutes, even though only 3 of them are going to mean anything.
To clarify, all 4 swords do exist at the start. However, once someone picks up 3 swords, the 4th one turns into 20 rupees.
And Elminster is making the call on Agahnim.
And Gem is diving into the Waterfall of Wishing with fake flippers. Has the Moon Pearl to get the chests. Oh my gosh, everyone is going in different directions today.
Yep.
Green rupee.
And triple bombs. Freddeh now grabbing the vanilla bit key spot, finds a bomb there. That is it. So that Eastern is now bow locked from here on out. Oh man, what a seed we're having here.
We don't even know if it's Aga required yet. Elminster is just like, I got everything, let's just do it. Admittedly, it may not be a bad call.
Considering what we found at this point, yeah, I think this might be a good gamble to make.
I mean, based off of everything we've seen here, we haven't seen Zor's item yet. We haven't seen the mushroom turn in. We haven't seen, well, Hobo's technically out of logic. So it's either King Zora, Mushroom, or early Agahnim.
Yeah, that sounds about right to me. And none of our runners are even close to having the money for Zora yet. So let's see what the Hobo has. Just a heart container.
All right, no dodging that way. So it's one of 2. But Elminster is just saying, screw it.
Again, I really don't blame him, considering it's, you know, the odds of Zora having either the hammer or the gloves aren't exactly very high. And all things considered, yeah, this would probably be the right call to make. As Freddeh now has his tempered, or no, Wulfy has his tempered sword. I think Freddeh does as well.
And where is... I think Gem is going to turn in the mushroom.
Oh, I think you're right. This could be the call. Let's see if this turns out.
And while we're at it, chat, how many blue balls do you think Elminster is about to encounter in this fight with Agahnim? You can guess between 0 and 15 inclusive.
Yeah, even in a perfect run, the maximum you could possibly run into is 15. So let's see what the mushroom has for us here. It's just a piece of heart.
Which means either money grind or Agahnim.
Honestly, I think Elminster has got the right idea. Just don't even waste your time. Go for Agahnim.
Which means unless King Zora surprises us later, then technically at the 15-minute mark or so, it was an Agahnim required seed.
And already 2 blue balls for Elminster. Aghanim's already trolling him hard.
Alright, Gem is about to go up to Death Mountain, is about to get 1 sword, we'll see another.
Alright, there's 3 blue balls for Elminster.
And there's a 4th.
Aghanim's not playing nice today.
Alright, Freddeh about to take care of Mini Moldorm Cave and get the mushroom.
Here's 5 blue balls.
And chat brought up an interesting point. Apparently Gem had done a reset so that the mushroom is still in their possession.
Yep. 5 blue balls total for Elminster. He is now in the first to make it to the Dark World. Let's see what the pyramid has for him.
And
single arrow.
Now, with the equipment Elminster has, is it possible to access Catfish, or is the only play Palace of Darkness?
I think the only play is Palace of Darkness. I believe you need at least Titan's bits to get to that area.
And Wulfy is going to grind for Zora.
We're going to find out if he made the right call. We're going to find out who made the right call here. Whose gamble pays off as Elminster's now making his way to everyone's favorite little extortionist, Kiki the Monkey. 110 rupees right down the drain.
Ook, 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 eek. Now, technically, Kiki can drain more money from your coffers. If you get hit during this walking sequence, hold on. 5 is Swamp, and I did not see the 3rd pendant location.
Blue pendant is at Ice Palace.
Thank you.
Also, chat saying you only need the power gloves for Catfish, so that might have been a better play, but we'll never know. Then again, he could be bow locked out of pod, so...
Well, if it's a bow lock, it better be a good item. Otherwise, King Zora is the play.
That's very true. All right, let's see what Wulfy finds. He needs this to be a key. And it is, so it's not bow locked.
Well, Elminster found the key at least. Wulfy is checking out Agahnims before checking out Zora. Yeah,
that's what I meant. I apologize. Again, folks, I'm not exactly 100% right now, so if I slip, I apologize.
It's fine. We all do this. Gem is about to get tempered. At the actually, not everyone's going to have tempered yet. Elminster chose to pass on the Eastern play.
Yeah, he skipped Eastern Palace, so he does not have his tempered sword.
Is finding a few keys during the exploration of Palace of Darkness, though. Has to choose carefully, though.
That's very true, though. This is, as Dr. Bob Tastic likes to call it, the Mullet Mansion, because most of the keys are in the front of the dungeon, most of the items are in the back. So like any good mullet, it's business in the front, party in the back.
Well, we have 3 chests that we can access in the back right now, unless another key comes up. And I haven't seen any actual item drops in pod yet.
Nope, there's another key, so that means the Dark Maze is now available. Let's see what else he finds here. There's another key!
Okay, Dark Maze is almost guaranteed to be available now, so we don't have to worry about a key lock here.
That's a very important thing, because this is still version 27. That is still a possibility. Let's see what we find in the dark rooms downstairs here in pod. He's going to get us all those rupees so he can save up for Zora later. And there's another single rupee.
And single arrow.
A single arrow. Pod is not playing nice with him today.
Maybe this is the holiday after party we're dealing with.
This is the holiday hangover.
And are we seeing a possible hammer yump here?
He is doing the hammer yump. And he doesn't quite pull it off.
Tried to do it unbuffered. That takes guts.
Yeah, guts. Not so sure about brains in this case, but guts definitely.
Alright, Wulfy is about to make the play. Just has to dodge, good. No one-hit KOs. Elminster is going again, this time using pause buffering strats.
Yep. And while Wulfy is also setting up the fake flipper, the Moon Pearl water walking trick, so that will give him a little extra safety. If he does get hit, that will just knock him out of that and not instantly kill him.
Second time's the charm. Does
But he
not
can't
open...
check the big chest because he doesn't have the big key.
If the big key is not in the dark maze, then it has to be in the bow-locked area.
Oh, he's
Thor's Ledge. Single arrow, don't care.
Titan's bits. We have Titan's bits.
Titan's mitts inside the maze. Nice find.
And mirror! So Elminster took a little time, but that did end up paying off for him.
And now the
All right,
moment
let's see
of
what
truth.
Zora
What
has.
does King Zora... Yep.
And it's just triple bombs. So Elminster made the right call. This was indeed Agahnim 1 confirmed.
So we've had early swords and early Agahnim. I guess we're getting that trolliness out of the way.
Yeah, you guys want trolls? We got trolls. There's the big key for Elminster.
In its vanilla spot.
Oh, the worst thing a randomizer can do is put an item in its vanilla location.
So, Nanoha asks, why was the hammer jump done on Elminster's side? The reason was to save a key. If you do the bomb jump to save, if you do a bomb jump to the big chest, you actually end up saving a key that you would have had to spend opening the top entrance. Now, Shades, if my calculations are correct, there's still one more item inside of Palace of Darkness.
Yeah, I believe so. So he's hoping it's in the big chest as he's going to go for the hammer, the hammer jump once again. If it's here and then he's good. But no matter what, he's going to be locked out after this because he's going to need both the bow and the hammer to finish this up. Let's see what's in the big chest. Oh, what are you doing?
Elminster,
what are you doing?
right? Okay, he remembers.
I was like, what are you doing? Get his mirror ready, and it's just the compass, so that means the last item is bow locked.
However, we have new places technically accessible. We can go into and complete the Tower of Hera, or we can go to Thieves Town. My money's on Thieves Town.
And don't forget, we have the mirror too, so Tower of Hera is now accessible as well.
I haven't forgotten, but Thieves Town has, that whole area has more value.
Oh, I agree. I'm just saying, he has options.
And since Elminster chose to start from Sanctuary, I think Thieves Town is the play.
That makes sense. Like you said, it's got the most items. Plus, you could also take a dip into Skull Woods, which always has a high likelihood of finding items as well. So, you never know.
All right, Gem about to take on Agahnim. Wulfy climbing up.
Freddeh now doing his dip into pod as well. Gotta find that mirror in Titan's Mitts before too long.
And choosing to go straight to Thieves Town, not even going to check out Skull Woods.
Yeah, it's an interesting play, but not entirely a bad one. He's also got Village of Outcasts. We've got 2 chests in here to check. We find a single rupee and a single bomb. That was a scam.
Ignoring the gargoyle right now, about to head into the sea house.
Let's see what we find here. 20 rupees, not too bad.
Yeah, in a hard mode seed, never reject a big 20.
No. In normal mode, big 20s aren't as valuable, but in a race like this, the more rupees you can get, the better, especially since he still doesn't have Zora money yet, even though we know that's not going to be pointless. And in the bombable hut now, and he finds, you spend a bomb, get bombs.
They're free.
Technically. Cost him a bomb, but yeah, he got 2 free bombs out of it, I guess. And he's not even going to Thieves Town. He's heading straight down to pay a visit to good old Alec Baldwin.
One of these days I need to learn why this guy's called Alec Baldwin, but either way, time to dig. It'll take up to 30 digs to find the item. We will know what it is when Elminster either walks away or picks it up. There's the piece of heart.
Yep. 4 digs? That's not too bad for a piece of heart. I'll take it. So most likely he's going to head over to Old Stumpy, probably check out the Mirror Cave since he has the mirror to check that out, and then make his way over to the Prince Cave, as I like to call it, because it's... Oh, no, he's heading back up. Never mind. I take that.
Possibly to pick up, no, not even picking up the dwarf-turned bullfrog.
No, not even going to pick up Jeremiah. What?
Or heading back now.
Yeah. I think he got himself a little lost there. He is going to pick up Jeremiah.
Okay, I understand the idea that Jeremiah was a bullfrog, but technically the real form is a dwarf, so... what's the name of the gnomes?
David.
I feel like those would be better names.
David.
David the Gnome?
You never heard of that show?
No, I forgot the name of it. That was it. Thank you. I always thought it was just called the Gnomes.
Nope, David the Gnome. And just a single bomb. So we got some explosive experts there from in the Smith's house. And he's going to turn right around and pick up the purple chest.
Alright, Freddeh has found everything that they can. Elminster is going to do the southern tour at this point, I believe.
Yep, this is what I was talking about earlier. Old Stumpy, Mirror Cave, Prince Cave, and then drop off the purple chest. Oh, we're getting a catfish play on Wolfie's end.
Alright, this was the only other spot, so... gotta drop the chest off, Elminster. Grove Cave, bomb. Catfish, arrows.
They are just finding nothing right now.
Alarka asks, so what's the item in the bottom right of the tracker? That is the Agahnim tracker. We keep up with when Agahnim dies, basically.
Yes.
Also, Stumpy did not offer anything of worth.
5 rupees, that's it. Not much there. Alright, so Elminster now heading into the Dark Shore. He's gonna grab his chest again. Looks like he's gonna head straight for the thief to check out the purple chest. What does it hold?
And let's hope for something decent here.
And it is just a bomb.
That's not decent.
Folks, we can officially call it, we have a Shade Seed now. The trolling has begun.
Now all we need is a complicated item chain quest, and then this may end up being a wolf seed as well.
Oh,
it's not key sanity, so I get a little bit of relief.
Well, let's find out what we have here in the Prince Cave. Hold your hype, folks. Let's make sure it's actually hype before we call it. Let's see what we get here.
First up,
starting off with
powder!
Powder! From the thief. That's not too bad. Let's see what else we get here. We got big 20.
Flippers!
Flippers!
Flute!
Flutes! And a single arrow. You know what? I'm calling that a hype cave!
I agree!
There's no doubt about it. Powder, flippers, and flute. That's a hype cave.
The entire progression was locked south of the bomb shop. Well, okay, technically Titan's Meds were in pod, but still. We have logical access to Ice Palace. We could can we complete it at this point, technically?
And Elminster's making the play on Swamp Palace.
Well, wait a second. He doesn't have a hook shot. There are only, I'm trying to think, how many chests can you get without the hook shot? Like,
you can get all of the chests except for maybe, there's like 4 items that you can't get. The 2 chests below the drain spot, the 1 chest by the waterfall, and then of course Argus himself. But all the other chests are accessible.
Hold on, chat brings up a good point. No hammer. That means there's only 1 spot he can check. This is a big gamble, folks.
Elminster, what are you doing?
This isn't key sanity. Turn back. Turn back. All of Elminster's Hammer's hopes is writing in that wall right there.
If it's Hammer, he's in good shape, but if not, this was a bit of a waste. Let's see, and it is just the map. All that for a burrito.
And I wasn't even hungry.
Oh my god.
Alright. Freddeh is about to visit the digging game. Wulfy and Gem are clearing out Palace of Darkness. And I think Elminster has learned his lesson.
Yeah, well, he didn't have much choice there. No, instead, he's heading to Kakariko. He's going to go ahead and activate his flute.
Actually, based off of... I mean, yes, that is a good play as well. Gem gets the magic mirror. Now, I don't know if you guys wish to rise or not because audio is not on Elminster, but here we go.
Get your swag ducks in chat, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, the goose is loose!
Now, where to go from here? The Lake Hylia Island is accessible right now, and I'm surprised Elminster didn't go for that first instead of checking Swamp. Ooh!
He's going to check the fire area.
We can also identify what the medallions are at this point.
Plus, because he has the mirror, he could go into desert too while he's at it.
That is true. May not be completable depending on what's on the torch, and I could not tell what that was. I'm sorry.
I couldn't either. I think it might have been Quake.
If it's Quake, we're not going to know for a while. Going to the bottom of the ledge, 20 rupees, don't care. And chat is confirming Quake, so we are still missing that medallion.
Yeah, and it is a pendant dungeon, so we may not even see it.
But Shades, this is V27. Aren't we going to have to see it?
That's why I said may. I didn't say we won't. I said we may.
Excellent point. Torch contains
and
small key! Uh-oh!
Boots locked!
Unless the boots are in this chest right here.
Yep.
And Gem went into Swamp. Oh,
Hammer!
And Freddie's in Thieves Town right now. I apologize if we had missed anything important in Skull Woods here, but holy moly!
I don't think I saw anything. I think Elminster's the one making the right play right now. All right, single bomb on over there in the Mire. Oh, what did I think Gem just found something. I don't know what though. I didn't see what he got.
Unfortunately, I had missed that too. Big key for Gem, so big chest in Skullwoods is available. Okay, Gem had just found a key and now just found a compass. Elminster's hoping for good luck in checkerboard.
Just a single arrow. Freddeh finding the big key in Thieves Town and then finds just another small key.
Gem is still hoping to get some value out of Skull Woods, but not having much luck, I think.
No, this is the last chest they can check. After this, they're going to be locked until they find the fire rod. Let's see if it pays off for them, and they find just a small key.
Freddeh is not going to be able to complete the entirety of Thieves Town since Hammer was in desert. Pod was a double dip.
Yep, it was a guaranteed double. Oh, Elminster taking a death from a cabbage on Death Mountain right as he was heading up the Tower of Hera.
Or, wait, no, technically the yeah, Titan's Mitts was in Pod, so that plus Hype Cave equals Warp to Desert for Hammer, unless we find the book somewhere that we just haven't thought of. Yeah, that's a required double dip, folks.
Yeah, not the worst double dip you could deal with, but definitely not fun.
Wolfie hoping to find something in Value Woods. Well, there's a single bomb. Piece of heart at the roof of Thieves Town.
Now, Elminster now, he's going to actually pick up his Tempered Sword off of Spectacle Rock because he did not go to Eastern yet, which I can understand. It's a pendant dungeon, and it's not going to pay off for him, but he's still going to get his Tempered Sword.
Graveyard Ledge Quake!
Oh, wow!
Alright, Gem has all 3 medallions. It doesn't matter. Turtle Rock and Misery Mire are completely accessible.
And Elminster now making the play on Tower of Hera. This is probably the smartest move because you can't go back and full clear it. Oh, small key downstairs. Possible basement run approaching.
We won't know until we see what's across the lobby.
What's in this chest here? It is
Compass.
We have a basement run, ladies and gentlemen.
And what was just picked up on Freddie's side? I couldn't tell.
I didn't see it. Unfortunately, he's not going to be able to check the big chest because he does not have the hammer, which we now know is in desert.
Alright, is Elminster... Elminster is actually willing to perform all the dodging right now.
Yep, gotta do a little dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge.
My lessons are weak on that, Patches, I'm sorry. And Blind wants to go to the beach. Alright, we know the big key is going to be at the bottom floor of Tower of Hera here. And okay, I just missed another piece of heart from Thieves Town. An excellent kill against Blind there by Freddeh.
And only gets a single error for his troubles, but he gets the first crystal of this race.
Indeed. 41, almost 42 minutes in. This feels... Now, admittedly, my own runs at this game are horrible, but 42 minutes feels like a while to get a crystal, don't you think?
Yeah, this is definitely hard mode. This is worse right now. All right, Elminster now heading up to the main area of Tower of Hera. We got 2 chests to check here. Oh, was that
hook shot?
No. Hook shot!
There is still one more item in Tower of Hera. It's either Moldorm or Big Chest. And Elminster is gambling on Big Chest.
Can't entirely blame him on that one. Let's see what he finds. And it's just the burrito, so the last item is on Trolldorm.
As it should be.
Got to give it up to Elminster, though. His routing has been phenomenal and has paid off in spades. One thing I've always said is about what routes do you take, what gambles do you make, and most importantly, which ones pay off. And Elminster, it has been paying off in spades for him. He may not have any crystals, but in terms of item progression, he is taking a commanding lead right now.
Well, about to get a crystal right here. Just has to... Okay, for a moment I thought Trolldorm was going to get revenge, but not this time. Second item.
Bread Shield.
And that is the last shield that Elminster is going to find here. Mirror Shield is taken out of the pool in hard mode.
So Elminster opted not to go back to Swamp Palace without the hook shot, and he made the right call because now he can go back and full clear it. But before he does that, he's going to head over to East Death Mountain. And so he's got 8 potential items over here. Don't know if he's going to find much considering and everything, but you never know. Paradox Cave has become the new hype cave in version 27.
Well, don't forget, we still have 7 other possible items. I couldn't tell what was on the floating island, but we do have Hookshot Cave and Super Bunny Cave. Freddeh is now well equipped from Hype Cave.
He went to the Hype Cave, and Elminster opting not even to check the East End. He's going right to the Dark Mountain, and it's Bombos for Turtle Rock, which he does not have.
That is surprising. Where was Bombos again?
Sir Hostela's Closet. He never went to Eastern.
Right. Interesting decision there. Well, in this case, we may have a possible routing error here. We don't know yet.
Yeah, that might come back to haunt him later. And unfortunately, Hookshot Cave is not paying off much for him, finding nothing but rupees inside. Yeah, not much on that.
The piece of heart was fine. And Elminster did not go up to the floating island. I couldn't see what it was, but apparently it wasn't worth anything.
Most likely not, but he is going to head over to the Super Bunny Cave. We're going to see what 2 items are waiting downstairs for him there.
Wulfy is about to check out the Southern Grove Cave. And Super Bunny...
We got a bow!
And an arrow to use it with!
So much for that routing error on Elminster's side. That's going to tempt him to go over to Eastern now. And he can end up getting that Bombos medallion. He is in prime shape right now.
Which means all we're missing for a proper go mode, Fire Rod, Ice Rod, Cane of Samaria, and technically that's it. If we, I mean...
Nope, boots for desert.
Right. Desert is a crystal today.
Yep, and it is boots locked, so he does need to get that.
Well, hopefully this walk of shame around Spiral Cave pays off.
Nope, $5.
Well, it paid, just not much. Alright, maybe Paradox Cave will have better luck. I mean, 7 chests here. You only have to spend 1 bomb.
Yeah, especially since he has the hammer, but he's gonna, or the mirror, but he doesn't even need that because he's gonna go from the upper way. But let's see. Yeah, this is what I like to call the new hype cave, because in version 27 open mode, this tends to pay off big time, but I'm not so sure given the amount of items we found. Let's see. 5 rupees, 10 arrows.
Also, swag duck time.
All right, we got a heart container, $5, and we got another 5, another single arrow, and a piece of heart. So nothing in Paradox Cave.
So the only thing of value was the bow, which required Titan's Mitts to access. Well, there's another double dip variant right there.
That's very true. Elminster now, he is going to make his way back over to Kakariko. I think he's going to head back into Village of Outcasts because he never finished it. And he can check the one chest that Freddeh did not.
And I just saw on Freddie's side, it is confirmed Quake, which Gem is the only one who has the Quake medallion.
Yeah, but without the hook shot or the boots, there's no point in going there right now. But Jen, speaking of, is heading into the desert. He's about to pick up his hammer.
No. Oh, sorry. I think that was just a sarcastic question in chat, so I don't think I need to answer it.
Yeah. Also, all 4 of our runners now have activated their flutes, so everyone is flute ready, has got their swag ducks ready to go. But pretty much everyone's heading down on familiar paths now, so I like to take this opportunity to remind you, if you're enjoying all 4 of our runners, make sure you give Gem, Freddeh, Elminster, and wulfy83 a follow on Twitch. Share your support to these awesome runners. They work hard for your entertainment.
And now Freddeh has a hammer. So Wulfy has to eventually make the play to desert.
Also, shout out to Kickmando, who just gave us a Twitch Prime sub. Much appreciated. Thank you for the support.
Kim Commando, welcome. Wait, are you the same? Are you the same Kim Commando that does that radio show that I remember hearing, or was that someone else? And regardless, welcome to the Speed Gaming family.
Indeed.
Alright, Wulfy is going up to Tower of Hera. Can complete this dungeon entirely.
And considering what's up here, he's going to want to.
Exactly. Who doesn't want a hook shot? Alright, Elminster unable to attempt to dash on the magic pixel, so has to take the long way against the conveyors.
That's why they call that the Hellway, because that place is a nightmare to get through, but he gets through without too much trouble, makes his way upstairs.
Up on the roof now. At least I call it the roof.
Be more of an attic than the roof.
It works. Texla, Elminster has a red shield because the red shield is actually allowed in hard mode. It's only the mirror shield that is taken out.
And he got the red shield from Moldorm, so pretty much Wulfy will be getting that pretty soon.
If I've counted my items correctly in Thieves Town, there's only one left, and it is that big chest in the cell area of the Thieves Town. So we will get to see what it is.
And Elminster, yeah, this could be the big play right here, because if there's one chest that will troll you worse than any other, it is the Thieves Town big chest when you don't have the hammer. Freddeh got through Thieves Town without the hammer, so if there's anything in that big chest, he's going to have to come back to it. Also, shout out to Yanaman for the 250 bits. Thank you very much.
Indeed, thank you for supporting the Speed Gaming family. Alright, Wulfy has the hook shot, going to immediately hook shot to the chest, and then fall down.
Alright, moment of truth on Elminster's end. What is in the Thieves Town big chest? It is just a burrito.
So that means I had miscounted somehow, and all 4 items have been found. Good to know. So that means Freddeh, as long as they don't go back, then they'll end up saving time.
That's true. If he counted his items correctly, he knows that it's just the map, so he'll be in good shape.
Whoa, wait, what was that bounce on Wulfy's side? Managed to jump down the cliff, get bounced to the side, and fell?
Trolldorm being extra trolly on Wulfy's end.
Just, how does that work?
I don't know. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why we call him Trolldorm.
Elminster now has the second crystal. Wulfy now has the fire shield. Freddeh has the hook shot, and Gem is about to get some lunch. Elminster is going to see what's inside MC Hammer's vault, as I call it anyway.
Yeah, without the boots, it's going to have to do the slow method, so get your resident sleepers in chat here. But let's hope it pays off for him. And...
Wait?
Oh, just pick 20.
Okay, I couldn't tell at first either.
My guess, that was supposed to be the red mail.
Ah, that would make sense. Because we already saw the 4 tempered... We already saw the 4 swords. It could have been half magic, technically. Or was that with... No, that wasn't progressive. I don't know. One of them.
It was either a shield or a mail upgrade. That's what that had to be. But let's see what the magic bat's got for us.
Na 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 50
50 rupees from the bat, so that didn't pay off.
Sorry for having a few extra na-na-nas in there.
All right, so it looks like Elminster now is going to be heading back over to Swamp Palace. Seems like the right call to make at this point. It's the only dungeon he can really do. Well, he could do Eastern and Pod, but I get the feeling Swamp's going to be the better play.
Ice is technically completable at this point.
No, doesn't have Bombos or a Fire Rod.
Right, I was looking at a chat go mode, effectively.
Yeah, he doesn't have his Bombos medallion.
And you were correct, that was a shield, confirmed on Gem's side. So, MC Hammer's vault did contain the third shield location.
So that means when Gem defeats Trolldorm, he will only be getting a big 20 for it.
More walks of shame on the eastern side. Unfortunately, $5 is not worth it. Not at this stage of the game.
No, it is not.
And chat is bringing up an excellent point. Thank you, Lana Bean. Swamp Palace is the other Pyramid Fairy Crystal.
So yeah, I think this is the right call on Elminster saying. A lot of good potential items, plus the Pyramid Fairy with 2 more items. So much potential here, and there's still so many items unaccounted for. I don't see why you wouldn't make this call.
Shock8 asks who is leading. It's hard to tell who is leading. The only thing that I can tell you is we did have someone choose to drop out of the race. Hard mode is tricky for some of the runners that are participating today. I'm not planning on reading out any names of those who do choose to drop out, unless it's one of our featured 4, of course. But if there are any comments, I will read those. Wulfy now has the bow.
Yeah, we can confirm only 1 forfeit in race thus far. Actually, that just happened. So... as Elminster now working his way into the bottom end of Swamp Palace. Let's see what we find here in this wet dungeon.
Swamp Palace contains 6 items, the most items in any dungeon when not using Key Sanity. Boots!
Das Boot! What are those?
That means Desert Palace was a double dip too.
Oh my lord.
Maybe this is a combination Shades Wolf seed in the end.
It's looking that way, isn't it, man? Holy cow.
So that means Fire Rod, Ice Rod, Cane of Samaria, Elminster needs the other 2 medallions, and there we go. Now, is Wulfy making the play on Mire? Wait, can't make the play on Mire, doesn't have Quake.
Nope, he's just checking the Mire. He hasn't been here yet, so he's just checking the area out.
And Elminster, I hope that you did not flood that key.
He didn't. I saw him get it.
Thank you for that. And Wulfy rejecting the 20 rupees, but soon about to pick up the hammer. Alright, 2 chests accessible by falling down the left and hookshotting to the right. What will we find here? Well, Gem finds the hookshot.
And we've got single rupee on one side. What's on the other?
Hopefully something good.
It is just the big key.
Alright. We have 4 missing items, and I want to say the compass unaccounted for in Swamp Palace.
Makes sense. Let's do a quick pedestal hype index. The only item we really have to worry about is the only item that we know can't be on the pedestal is the Cane of Samaria, because that's required. Of silvers! We know Fire Rod probably could be on the pedestal because Bombos has already been found, so Ice Palace is salvaged. Ice Rod, obviously, that one goes without saying. That's pretty much it.
The book could be on the pedestal and send everyone on a wild goose chase as Gem gets the Tower of Hera crystal.
Nicely done there.
Yeah, we are still missing the book for the final series of fetch quests, so we could end up with a Paradox pedestal too.
Oh, I've seen that happen before, and that is really cruel. All right, we find heart container.
There's
and
the compass.
So that means the last two chests, the last chest and Argus, both will have items.
Freddeh now making the play into Swamp Palace will be handsomely rewarded. And I had missed what Elminster got there.
Blue rupee.
I mean, we knew it was going to happen at some point.
But the way this siege been, it's not really a surprise.
Alright, Gem is able to open up Turtle Rock, but not really able to go in.
You need at least the Cane of Samaria to get anywhere past the front door. As Minster now making the attack on Argus.
Habinator in chat asks, are silvers allowed in hard or just again? Now, silvers are allowed in hard difficulty, period. It's expert or insane difficulties where silvers are not in the item pool. The only exception, of course, is if you're playing swordless.
And with those silvers, he can one-shot Argus, takes him out very quickly. What does Argus drop?
A bomb. Alright, so right now, according to my personal tracker, have any of our runners checked out the Bonk Cave or King's Tomb yet?
No, they have not. Then again, though we've only now gotten the boots, so yeah, there's a reason why.
Admittedly, fair point. And Elminster, surprisingly, is not going for the Pyramid Fairy yet, but instead...
I think he's making the Gamp. Oh, no, he can't. He doesn't have Quake.
Did Elminster check out the Mire Shed yet?
No, I don't think. He must not have. Oh, no, he's going back to the desert.
Okay, desert makes a little bit more sense, and if the other item here is required for a progression, then it makes sense. Otherwise, this is going to end up being a possible 15-second trip waste.
Well, not entirely. He can full clear desert. He can go back and finish off Landhalls, and this is a crystal dungeon, so truth be told, this is a good call. And wait, did he forget the key?
He forgot the key. Add another. There we go. Go back. Go back. Elminster, do we need to give you an updated compass?
Oh my god!
He got so excited about being able to clear desert, forgot about the key needed to actually do so. Okay, the reason that I was concerned about a time loss was because you had to whistle over here, go through the transition, warp back to desert, but then if you actually do have to go into Misery Mire, which, again, V27, it's entirely possible. Okay, Hammer and Blue Rupee, items aren't important in desert, then that's why I say it's a possible time loss.
Yeah, well, still, you know, you never know, you gotta check it, but thankfully he knows that now the last chest has nothing in it, so he is going straight for Land Molus.
And Gem about to be disappointed with the top of Paradox Cave. Alright, Wulfy and Freddeh are certainly maintaining decent relative sync. They've been in most of the same dungeons so far. Alright, time for the Land Molus fight. Silver arrows can defeat them in one hit, but you have to aim very carefully.
It's a tricky thing to do. You got to get him right away. But he looks like he pulls it off beautifully. Nicely done by Elminster. gets his compass. That is it for him.
Alright. And Gem is now going into Swamp. So, right now, as far as accessible places go, Lumberjack Cave, I don't think our runners are going to care about that. Bonkrux and King's Tomb, both accessible at this point. Lake Hylia Island and Pyramid Ferry, both are possible. Other than that, it's either Ice Cave, or Ice Palace, excuse me, Pod, Eastern, or heaven forbid, Elminster has to go get Bombos and check out Misery Mire.
Well, no, he needs the Bombos to get in the Turtle Rock. He needs Quake to get in the Mire.
Right. Mirror at the Groves area, or Graveyard. But instead, we're having a Pyramid Ferry check.
Makes sense on that regard. Let's get that out of the way.
Alright. Freddeh is starting Argus. Ooh, and Elminster, excellent awareness. Because Agahnim was defeated, choosing to save just a little bit of time, warping to the light world temporarily to then warp back to the dark world and basically be right in front.
Very smart routing decision by Elminster. That's gonna, like you said, it's gonna save him a bit of time instead of walking all the way around like we normally have to. Let's see what the pyramid has to hide.
There are 2 items inside the Pyramid Fairy Cave. Item number 1, heart piece. And another heart piece. It's the Pyramid Fairy of Love. Alright. And Elminster is going to make a play into Pod, going to finish that up and then probably take care of Eastern.
Makes sense. He'll definitely be thankful he did, dude, when he finds out that Bombos medallion is in Sarhassela's closet. Plus, there may still be items in Pod we haven't found yet. Who knows? But at the very least, it is a crystal. Definitely don't want to leave it behind.
Alright, Freddeh going to find the 2 pieces of heart in the Pyramid Cave. Wulfy picks up a bomb for taking out Argus. Gem is right on their heels. Wait, did Gem open up the big chest for the silver arrows, or is Gem going... I don't think Gem picked up the big key. Did they?
That was on left side swamp. They may go back to left to full clear it later. Elminster remembering to check Sarhassela's closet, and he is very happy to find out what's inside.
Alright, all of our runners have Bombos now. And in this case, Elminster's, definitely made interesting routing decisions, and it's going to pay off right now.
Absolutely. He's going to be able to full clear this dungeon pretty much. He's already been in here, obviously, but now he'll be able to finish this dungeon off, find out, we can see what's on the left side of Pod, because we haven't, or the right side, because we have not seen the bow-locked area yet. Wonder what we missed.
If I've counted correctly, 1 item, 1 key, and maybe the compass.
What's even better for Elminster is he has the silver arrows, so when he goes to face the Helmisar King, once he gets that mask off, he can one-shot Helmisar with those silvers.
Alright. First chest. Small key.
Not surprised there. Still got a couple keys to find. And the other chest.
Piece of heart. Helmisar has nothing, just the map. Okay, it was the map that was missing, not the compass. Thank you.
Same difference in the end, but he's going to be able to go through and finish this up, get his, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th crystal. He is definitely on the right track right now.
But we are still missing Fire Rod, Ice Rod, and Cane of Samaria. As we've established, Cane of Samaria is not available on the pedestal today. And at this point, I am seriously thinking this is going to end up being a pedestal seat too.
It's looking that way. It's a scary proposition for these guys. They have not found the book. We don't know what's on the pedestal just yet.
And once again, Wulfy and Freddeh are pretty much in virtual, relative sync. Both are in desert, about to clear this out. Gem, Gem hit. Okay, I thought Gem had dropped the bomb, but ended up purchasing a second one just in time. Either that or the counter acted up.
I think the counter reset just at the last minute.
Ooh, nice damage boosting strat. Able to take damage and then use the boots to dash through the gates. And now Gem is about to find 2 pieces of heart, while Elminster takes on the Helmasaur King.
17 whacks with the hammer, and if, depending on how he goes, he can either take a few swings with the sword, or he can switch over the silvers and one-shot it. He's gonna go sword strats.
Doesn't cost that much time. Worthwhile to go for at this point. But yeah, King Helmasaur is defeated. Map is now claimed. 5th crystal acquired.
So now the question is where does Elminster go next? Will he go? It's most likely going to be Ice Palace. That's the right play to make. It's a pendant dungeon, but there's so many items in there. You're going to have to do a pendant dungeon.
Well, I think Elminster wants Eastern because it's right here.
Could he be deciding that, oh, this might be a pedestal seed? I might want to prep for that.
The only item not accounted for is on the Armos Knights here. The other 2 items, I don't remember them being of any significance, but they were items nonetheless.
Well, one of them was a sword, but he's already got tempered, so it's going to be $20. And I don't think the other item was any good either.
Oh,
so
yeah, right. Sorry, I saw all 3 swords, so I sort of mentally blocked that out of my head.
It's all right. That's all right. That's why I got your back, buddy.
This is why I have yours. Okay, I think the second item was a piece of heart at the vanilla big key chest spot.
That sounds about right.
Freddeh about to finish up Palace of Darkness. Wulfy actually went to Thieves Town instead. Both very valid plays, and both have crystals, so makes sense. Oh, and I forgot to mention this in chat. Dr. Amamine is hoping for multi-dip modes in randomizers. Technically, version 27 includes custom plandomizers so that you can almost enforce that. Though you would, of course, know where all the items are, and, you would just have to give the seed to others and hope that they don't hate you in the end for it. But
or have one of them do it and give it to you.
Yeah, so we can all be trolly. Because isn't that the best gift of all? Ms. Metroid asks, what was it Aga that put Elm ahead? Elminster chose to gamble very early on that the remaining overworld spots were not worth it, and so chose to just go straight to Aga 1. Aga 1 was required in order to access the Titan's Mitts, the Flippers, and the Flute.
Yeah, so Elminster's gamble was the right call to make, and it has since paid off for him. He has taken a rather commanding lead at this point, at least amongst the Forerunners on stream. We don't know if anyone else in the IRC chat has done the similar play, but we will find out before too long once we start seeing some .duns.
But at this current rate, I'm going to make a bold prediction. The first .done is probably going to take place at around the 1 hour 45 minute mark.
Well, it seems like a reasonable call to make, honestly. The question is like, and I'm almost going to call that Elminster's going to at least break the top 10 with how good he's doing right now. Hell, maybe even the top 5.
There are about 30 runners here, and I just missed what was in the Bonk Rocks.
I miss it as well, unfortunately.
As Freddeh takes on Helmasaur King, we're gonna check out a King's Tomb right now, and Elminster's taking on the Armos Knights. Alright.
One-shot arrows, very quick fight.
Fire
We've got
rod!
a rod! Fire rod into King's Tomb!
And it was just a piece of heart at the Bonk Rock, so that means pedestal hype is dying. And Ice Rod on Armos, I think that basically kills it.
Yeah, because Canis Samaria cannot be on the pedestal due to Misery Mire being a pendant dungeon. Ladies and gentlemen, Pedestal Seed is dead.
Now Gem is going to take on Mothula in the Skull Woods, while Elminster is checking out Catfish, and possibly Zora. No, not enough money for Zora, but just Catfish. But Catfish didn't pay off.
Yeah, but at the very least, we now know all but one of the necessary items. We are still looking for the big red cane.
I don't know if both items in Skullwoods were found, though. I had missed that early on. I know one item was found, and it was a bomb. Ooh, Gibdos are causing problems for Gem. Manages to dodge them.
Ranging Reynolds, Vitreous cannot have the cane because you need the cane to get to Vitreous. So that cannot happen.
I think that was a sarcastic comment there, Shades.
I would hope so.
Though Spark Boy does ask some more legitimate question about why can it not be at the pedestal. It cannot be at the pedestal because you need wulfy83 Quake. You need the Canis Samaria in order to beat Vitreous to get the green pendant to get the pedestal. And Gem takes out Mothula. Unfortunately, I had missed what was dropped.
Just the map. And Wolfie now picking up his fire rod for the King's Tomb.
Gem is missing the second item, dove back in.
Not a bad call to make. This is one of those few times where double dipping in this particular part of the dungeon is not really a bad call.
And there's confirmation. Freddeh picks up the ice rod. And Gem just finds a single arrow. So, here's the question. It's either Lake Hylia Floating Island, Ice Palace, or Misery Mire. The cane can still be at Misery Mire, technically.
It just can't be. It just can't be on Vitreous. But anywhere else, because that's the vanilla dungeon for the cane is in Misery Mire, so it can be there.
And Wolfie choosing to pick up the piece of heart at the Lumberjack Cave.
And Elminster now working on Skull Woods. This is not the right call because we know the fire rod is not here.
Yeah, unfortunate double dip incoming for Elminster. Very strong routing early game, but unfortunately... I mean, it's not necessarily a bad call because Skull Woods is often paid off. And apparently, okay, thank you, chat. Lake Hylia Island did not contain anything of importance. So this means, unless we're sequence breaking to Spike Cave right now, it's either Ice Palace or Misery Mire. Question is, which pendant dungeon do you choose?
What gamble do you make and which one pays off? That's the randomizer in a nutshell, folks.
Now, based off of what our runners have, though, most of them are going to end up going to Ice Palace because only Gem has the Quake Medallion needed in order to get into Misery Mire. Which means, while Elminster has 6 crystals, Gem is not far behind and could potentially overtake if Misery Mire does have the cane.
And actually, chat rightfully pointing out, all things considered, Freddeh is now taking the lead because he is going through Skull Woods. He has as many crystals as Elminster does, and he has the fire rod, so he's going to be getting one more very soon.
Ooh, I had missed that. Freddeh had snuck up on us. And Wulfy now has Quake. I had missed that pickup. Alright, thank you again, Trackers, for making sure everything is accurate. They are the unsung heroes with this, so make sure to give them a follow as well.
Indeed, Elminster now heading to the Bonk Cave. He's not going to find much there, but he's going to be obviously heading to the King's Tomb as well. Maybe even the Graveyard Cave. I think he's going to be happy with what he's about to find.
And in the meantime, Freddeh is about to say hello to Mothula. And Elminster, incoming Quake and Fire Rod, I believe. And Gem is now taking on King Helmasaur.
You got to be careful with Mothula. If you hit him into the spikes will not only not damage him, but will negate any damage you do to him. So you got to be careful. But Freddeh does get through pretty easily there, gets his burrito from Mothula, and that gives him his 6th crystal. All that remains is the cane.
Again, it's either Ice Palace or Misery Mire. It's the only places left.
Which gamble do you make?
The only runner who does not have Quake right now, unless I had missed something on a pause screen, is Freddeh. Which means I don't know which one you choose first. But if Freddeh has to make that decision, it's chosen for him right now. Unless he goes up to the Graveyard Ledge. Right now, Gem is in Eastern. Makes sense to explore this now. As is Wulfy.
They're both going to be happy with what they find on those Armos Knights, that's for sure. They're going to need that Ice Rod for Total Rock.
Yeah, all of our runners can access Turtle Rock right now. Fortunately, Turtle Rock will be a quick clear. But we gotta find the cane first. Oh, I just thought of something. If the runners get the book, then that means there's still 2 more locations.
The tablets.
Exactly. And if that happens, which one do you choose?
That's a very good question. This seed is trolling them hard. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we can now safely say that the Cane of Samaria is the troll seed item for this particular race.
Yep. Combination Shade Wolf Seed at its current finest. Elminster about to take on Mothula, Gem and Wulfy approaching the Armos Knights. Excellent destruction of Mothula by Elminster. Have yourself a burrito.
Hope you're hungry. All right, so now we start to see this is the gambling time. This is the critical moment, folks. One of these runners is about to make a big gamble. The question is, which one is going to be the payoff?
Gem is going to be the first one to be able to make that decision.
And they're going to an Ice Palace.
as chat is pointing out, Gem did skip the big key in Swamp Palace, so does not have the silver arrows. So even though Gem is technically in the lead right now, it could depend on Ganon execution. But in the meantime, going to Ice, Elminster is going to Mire.
Also, shout out to Vokit with the $4.99 sub. Thanks for the support, my friend. Gotta love it when the Twitch devs get involved.
I didn't know he was a Twitch dev.
Well, he's a staff member, that's for sure.
Ah, I see now. Alright, first chest in Ice Palace. Compass, don't care.
It's not what we're looking for. We want the cane.
No,
and
no,
Elminster is making the play on Mire. This is where we're gonna decide whose gamble pays off.
I mean, honestly, I kind of want to see the book. I mean, Link to the Past has taught me to embrace the trolliness.
And this is coming from someone who is normally in Zelda 1, which that has its own levels of trolliness. Let me tell you, I've calmed a few races, I know.
Oh, okay, we do not talk about week 1. Oh, and for the record, I was actually interested in starting Link to the Past Randomizer first, but I'll admit the tournament thing got me into that, into C1 first. Well, there's the go mode big key from Mire, but that's not what Elminster wants right now.
Nope, we still need the cane. Where is the cane? I'm gonna say it right now, I'm doing a Phantom Ryu call once we find it. I think this earns it.
You can do it much better than me, but I'm taking your other phrase instead.
Oh, you're gonna do that, huh? Okay. Alright, there's the compass there for Elminster.
Alright, U-shaped room. Going for the chest now. Piece of heart. And Elminster is going for the Misery Mire waiting game.
Gonna check the Venom Blade key spot there to see if that's got anything. Gem now pulling that switch, gets the chest. There's
Blue
5
ruby.
rupees there.
One more item in ice.
Oh, we're both on the edge of our seats here. Alright, where is it? 100
It's not
rupees.
in ice!
It's gotta be in Misery Mire somewhere. Gem is immediately warping out of Ice Palace. He's heading off to Mire. So Elminster making the right play. It's only a matter of time before he finds it.
And based off of Elminster's routing, I think there are 3 chests left before you go in. Checking the switch one now. Key!
Small key. It has to be here in Mire, folks. There's no doubt about it.
And Gem is going to Zora!
Oh, that's gonna cost him.
Alright. Is this going to be an actual vanilla one?
You can feel the excitement in the air, folks. Heading to the big cave, to the big chest. Is it into the location? It is! That's gotta be Kane!
And with that, at the 1 hour, 29 minute mark, Elminster has finally achieved Go Mode!
You have done me proud, Wolfman.
Thank you.
Elminster making the right gamble at the right time. He is on his way to Turtle Rock. This race is going.
Not quite gone yet. Elminster may have a big lead, but Ganon Falls are still a thing. Plus, we also have Ganon's Tower. This is not over by a long shot, folks.
Nope, he may not even be the first one to get to this point, but oh man. I'm telling you, this is exciting. This is the kind of races that we live for here on these channels.
Chat, we thank you, Shades, can you please, give, Godrin, their request?
All right, fine. You want me to you want me to do it since we've already called it? I'm gonna go ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, Elminster's now in. There, you happy now?
We will find out soon. In the meantime, Elminster is going into Turtle Rock. This is going to be a crystal and go situation.
Okay, I gotta call out Stone Freehaven ASMR go mode. Oh man.
Alright, Elminster only finds a small key, has to go through the torch screen in order to hopefully get some more keys, in particular the big key. We need that big key in order to really go mode Turtle Rock.
Yeah, we need the big key and at least a few small keys to get through here. But oh man, what a race that we've been watching here.
Small key, book! Oh, there it is.
There's the literacy. A little late for that.
Oh well. And Gem has finally gotten the cane, but chooses to... Okay, just wanted to see if the second item was there or not, but apparently Vitreous has the second item.
And we know it's nothing important, so who gives a damn? And Godrin, he promised if I whispered, he has delivered 100 bits.
Thank you, Godrin, for supporting the speedrunning family.
Trust me, folks, I am not above putting myself through embarrassment and shame for the sake of getting some free bits. I did a charity stream where I watched some really bad anime for money. Trust me, this is nothing.
Does Elminster have the big key? Because skipping the lava chest.
Ooh, that's a big risk there.
If Elminster can go north, then it's available, or he has it.
Nope! He forgot the big key! He did it again! He did it again!
It wasn't its vanilla spot!
God, Elminster, why do you keep doing this? You keep forgetting chests, you keep forgetting you need certain things, and you keep trying to rush yourself.
Freddeh now has Quake. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
This...
You know, yeah, chat's right. It's very appropriate that Elminster is playing the old man sprite because his memory has been very out of whack here. And sure enough, there's the big key.
Wulfy is now in Turtle Rock as well. We had missed them get the cane. Freddie now realizes, okay, Kane has to be in Misery Mire. Wow, we had a vanilla Kane. Okay, yeah, this is definitely a wolf shade seed according to Cyclone. So now comes the interesting question. We're going to have to see Laser Bridge at this point.
Yeah,
because
you need more.
chest
Well,
1, 2, 3, or 4.
It depends. What's in this chest here? If there's a key here, then it doesn't need to use reason.
No, it doesn't matter. Elminster is at 0. This has to be a key to spend right here.
Uh-oh, he left the chest behind.
The chomp room. I think.
He did it again.
No, it was the big key. He chose to go around. He chose to skip Mimic Cave, and
God bless it, Elminster. What are you doing?
Oh my. This is twice in one dungeon.
3 times in one race.
I think 4 times in one race, actually. Because desert.
That's the one I'm thinking of.
There was at least another.
There
is your small key. Just wow. Well, as I said, Laser Bridge is still necessary.
He is so lucky he's had such a commanding lead, because if he hadn't, he would have lost it by now.
I'm concerned that we're losing it.
Yeah, because Jeb's right on his heels at this point.
No receipt to door. Gem did not skip it. Oh, skip the big key! Gem skipped the big key on the lava bridge.
They could. Oh. What is up with you guys? Come on!
There's the compass. There's the cane for Freddie. Is it chest 3? No, you have to go all the way to the bottom. There is the small key at the bottom of Laser Bridge. Wow! And now Gem and Wolfie are nearly in sync. They remember the big chest key. Freddie picking up green potion. This race is messing with everyone's heads.
It is. To answer your question, Lucius Zero, Elm several times now has rushed ahead forgetting to pick up keys and has gotten himself locked out of doors because of it.
Alright, Elminster attempting backdoor strats or back shell strats, don't know the proper term, but one head down.
Having a little bit of trouble with the second head here, unfortunately. There we go.
Alright, second head down. Just has to be careful of Trinex.
And
excellent kill.
Quick kill on Trinex there, so he is on his way to Ganon's Tower. As he kicks up his final crystal, there's a little game we like to play, ladies and gentlemen. There are exactly 22 possible locations inside of Ganon's Tower where the big key can be hiding. Get your guesses in chat, folks. Where do you think that big key's gonna be? Wolfman, where do you think it's gonna be?
We have to keep up this insanity. 22 tile room.
Oh, you evil man, you. I'm gonna be a little nicer. I'm gonna say that room above, the Stalfos room above where you need the hook shot.
There are 4 chests in there. If you're going to give a room, which chest?
Upper left.
Thank you.
I usually do that. I just forgot because I've been so much hype with this race.
Indeed. Oh my gosh, what a race. And no one has not done yet either.
No, there's a good chance that our three of our fun runners could be in the top 5 right now.
All right, everyone, stop your guessing.
Let's find out.
Right side first.
All right, chest number 1. Small
key.
key.
That's
Chest
fine.
number 2.
Cape.
The tape.
So that's where our safeties went.
Yeah. And he's going to go full right side.
Now, I have actually seen one runner attempt to actually do tile room early, and it paid off. Elminster, not that crazy yet.
I've seen it done twice, and both times it paid off.
Alright, Wolfie and Gem hot on Elminster's heels.
If they go left side and the big key's over there, this could be the time. This could be the chance for them to take the lead.
Wolfie more likely. Remember, Gem did not get the silvers. Chest
That's
3,
true.
bomb.
Number 4, piece
Chest
of heart.
4,
Number 5, 10 arrows. Number 6, blue cane.
Blue cane.
Yes, yes, yes. That's the other cane.
Wolfie is going right side at the start. Alright, Bob's torch, what is there?
Small key. Rip Bob.
And Wolfie going immediately to left. I'm going to keep the counts, assuming Elminster's for the record, because otherwise I'm going to get too confused.
Besides, he's still ahead enough that he could find the key first before Wolfie does.
All right, number 8, big key.
Number 8
left.
I was 1 off. Wait, which one did I say?
You said upper left.
I was 1 off again! Son of a... Dang it!
Hell, it was much better than me here. With that
True!
Elminster is making their way up to the gauntlet.
And Wolfie is right behind him.
Oh, Wolfie's full right side to immediate left is paying off. We have a race still. And we are not using the official guessing game, so I don't know who was the first to have actually gotten it right. I will double check now.
Oh, but still, what we have a race, ladies and gentlemen, an epic race. And Elminster is taking the time to get some fairies from down here. He is going to waste his time with that. Get some magic and fairies to keep himself in good shape.
All right, the first person who I saw that guessed 8, Link 8. Congratulations, you win the honor of having witnessed a beautiful seed.
And folks, we have sync.
We may have sync, but yeah, it's an interesting sync actually. I don't know when our runners chose to start their timers, but it's a very interesting sync nonetheless.
Yeah,
However,
but they're pretty much in the same rooms at the same time. Elminster and Wolfie just continually high-fiving each other. This is an epic race, folks. This is going to come down to the wire.
Indeed. For the record, if we see our runners finish, we are going to wait till they go through the doors before calling the time here. It's going to be that close.
Oh my god. And we still haven't seen anyone done in the SRL chat, folks. These could be our top 2 runners right now.
And Gem is not far behind either. Freddeh.
Oh, and thanks for that quick land Mollis fight, Wolfie has taken the lead.
Excellent Kana Samaria strats against the Wizrobes too. Now just has to get through the double torch rooms.
And bear in mind, the timers for Elminster and Wulfy are slightly off. They're not in full sync there. So technically, Wulfy is a lot further ahead than you think.
And, thank you to, Fiesel for that. We have alignment.
Showing just how far ahead Wulfy actually is here as he heads into Moldorm 2. As long as Moldorm doesn't troll him too hard, this is going to be good.
Oh, Freddie!
Freddeh cannot get through Laser Bridge. He's falling further and further behind.
And Wulfy chooses to raid Moldorm's last possessions. What a cruel Hylian he is. What, I had to come up with a new meme.
Hey, I'm not complaining.
But Elminster, a kind soul, leaving Moldorm's last bomb to the appropriate authorities.
Now Wulfy working on Agahnim 2 here. And Elminster right behind him.
Oh, man.
And Wulfy takes down Agahnim 2. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the Big Pig.
Ooh, Elminster struggling a little bit.
But he gets through. One mistake on Wulfy's part, and Elminster can come from behind and steal this.
Freddeh now has all of the crystals. And what are the famous words of wisdom for today? Groundhog Day, Loop.
But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Ganon fight begins.
4 phases, tempered sword, silver arrows, the best one can get offensively.
At least for this particular difficulty.
Wulfy is already in phase 3. Alright, as I said, I am not calling any official times until our runners go through the doors. It's going to be that close.
Yeah, and to give you an idea of how intense this is, again, no one has done. We may be looking at our top 2 runners as we speak. Anis! Oh, ho, ho, ho.
Gotta be careful, don't fall! And Elminster has to be careful, one hug will take him out!
And that's it! We have our winner!
And Elminster takes a death!
Oh no! But ladies and gentlemen, Wulfy83 has finished with an official SRL time in first place of 1 hour, 48 minutes, and 34 seconds!
Get your GGs out in chat, everyone!
Wow, what a race! Wulfy coming from behind to take the race in not only winning it on the stream, but winning it overall. First place finish. Let's get him in here, ladies and gentlemen. Wulfy83 now joining us here in the channel. Congratulations, my friend.
Hey, thanks.
So just talk us through this seed, please, Wulfy.
Well, the Ice Rod and the Cane were in pretty troll places, but I didn't delay too long on going to them, so I guess that's why I won.
Yeah, believe it or not, you, Elminster was in the lead for the majority of this race, and you came back at the end. And unfortunately, he just took a couple deaths to Ganon, so now he's actually having to go back. I don't know what he's doing. Oh, he's getting some health and stuff. Also, we should note, our second place winner, Farini, has finished with a time of 1:50.17, as Jem now is doing his Ganon fight. Oh, this was intense.
So I found like all 4 swords right away, but only could collect 3 of them because it's hard mode.
Yeah, we were surprised to see all 4 swords in 15 minutes.
And I thought this was supposed to be hard.
Well, it has been here at the end. Jem just took a death to Ganon, so Ganon's not playing nice with everyone else.
It was a 0 warp Ganon though, that was pretty nice.
Yeah, Ganon is proving difficult in hard mode. You were the only one so far on stream to not take a death to the big pig.
Yeah, my route worked out pretty well. Never went into Ice Palace. I was thinking about it, but I figured Mire would be a quicker check. And there was the vanilla cane.
So
Yeah.
what made you decide Mire over Ice Palace? So Mire only had 2 items compared to Ice Palace's 3.
Yeah, but I figured I could get the items in Mire quicker.
There's not something wrong. Oh, Jen taking another death to Ganon.
And so does Elminster!
Wow, these guys are just having no luck with the big pig tonight. Did you honestly think that you were going to win this race with how the seed was treating you?
I figured I'd probably be like top 10, but that someone would finish faster. So I was a little surprised to win.
Yeah, you had the consistent strategies throughout, and you were able to avoid death for the most part, and that was what helped give you the win. Consistency.
Yeah, I think that was deathless.
And yeah, folks, you have to give it up for Wulfy for being able to pull off a deathless hard mode run. It's not easy, and there's the pedestal. It was a hard piece.
All right, at this point, we're just watching Jem and Elminster very carefully here to see which one of these two is going to pull off the come-from-behind victory here.
Remember
Salvaging
that Jem has to do silverless strats, did not go into swamp, or rather did not get the big key from swamp, because it was left side.
So did most people get silvers, or did they mostly skip left swamp?
Only Jem skipped silvers. At least on the stream here. So far, Jem is doing pretty well with the strats. And wait, Elminster's going for silverless. I thought he got silvers.
I'm pretty sure he did. Because he was the one that we saw get the silvers first.
I am confused. Maybe going for swag, but it doesn't matter. Jem has taken out Ganon, has to go through the door in order for it to be official. And with
there
that,
it is.
Jem is in 3rd place. 1 hour, 53 minutes, 32 seconds, and Elminster is now taking out Ganon.
So three of our featured runners are in the top 4 of this race. That is nuts.
Confirmed, Elminster 4th, 1 hour, 53:58.
Elminster now joining us here in the channel. GG, man.
Hello. I'm sorry everyone had to watch that.
You gave chat such a great show, though admittedly we were wondering some of your decisions.
You mean routing decisions?
Yes.
More like constantly forgetting keys.
Yeah, I I had it in my head that I was in go mode in Turtle Rock, and I kept forgetting, oh hey, I don't have the big key yet. I should probably not skip chests. And then when I got it, I was like, okay, now I'm home free. And I still wasn't, because I still needed a key.
You did that in Desert Palace too. You went for the door there in Desert Palace, like, oh, I forgot to get the key off the torch.
And I thought there was one other time when that happened as well.
I can't think of any, but yeah, I guess
I'm not
my
gonna
mind
lie,
is
dude. You're gonna laugh when you watch the VOD on this, because we went nuts over that.
I was afraid of that.
But what were your thoughts on this seed overall, Elminster?
It was a pretty interesting seed. Like, Hammer was in a really weird spot. It's not too often that you have to kill Agahnim and then still go so far without getting it. I was kind of worried that I missed the Hammer earlier, but going to Aga when I did was it was a fairly decent sized gamble, so I decided because of that I didn't want a chance being bow locked early in pod, so I did hammer jump to sequence break there.
Speaking of bow, you did get the silver arrows from Swamp Palace, correct?
I did.
Why was I seeing you use silverless strats against Ganon?
Because I died to Ganon twice using silver arrows, so decided it wasn't going well, so I decided I wasn't going to use them.
Don't know if it matters, but that may have technically cost you one place.
Oh, I'm sure I lost a lot of places to my Ganon deaths. Like, I ran out of magic on one because I forgot that the Cane of Bear Node takes extra magic on hard mode, and then one of them, he just like spawned on top of me late in the fight.
All right, before we go any further, we need to comment that Freddeh has actually just finished as well in 5th place with an official time of 1:56:53. He's now joined. Oh, ow. Nye has also finished in 6th place with a time of 1:57:40. But the fact that all 4 of our featured runners finished in the top 5, that is unheard of for these dailies.
I think it only happened once before. But yeah. Hard mode. Just hard mode. And yeah, both Jem and Freddeh are going to just join us in Twitch chat here.
And Jem unfortunately does not have a mic, so won't be able to join us in the call. But oh my god, you guys, that seed was insane. I cannot believe that. This was likely going to be my last commentary for the year. I think we caught a good one here.
Agreed. I did technically volunteer for most of the others, but I don't know. I mean, this seed had everything from actual trolls to fake trolls with just what a very unique run here.
I had a feeling about this seed. Did anyone notice I dipped Swamp early before the Hammer?
I did see that, and I did want to ask about that. This wasn't Key Sanity, so why did you do that?
Because I had already made some gambles, and I was like, really far in the South Dark World loop without the Hammer, and still missing a lot of items too. So I figured it might be a good idea. Like, it was going to be very difficult to get back to that spot later.
Hello. I think it's working now, just fine.
Yes.
Maybe, probably.
Now
Okay, good.
GG
Welcome,
there.
Freddeh.
Oh, I forgot to stop my timer. I'm sure everyone's yelling at me. It's okay. Jem did too. It looks like.
And,
So yeah. kind of got punished for not doing my usual route that seed, unfortunately. Usually I would do swamp into... Or not swamp, Skullwoods into the cliff, graveyard cliff, and not doing that really sucked. That was literally the last place I had left.
It happens, man. Also, we should note, Gamer Cow finishing in 7th place with 159.20. Lyra GG finishes up with in 8th place with a time of exactly 2 hours on the mark.
Nailed it. So was I at least the first one to do Aga 1?
Elminster was the first to do Aga 1 very early, I might add.
Damn it, Elminster! I was really thinking about doing Aga 1 before doing South Shore.
Yeah, no,
I really wanted to.
This is something I want to bring up. Elminster, you had a very strong early game, but your mid and late game kind of faltered a bit, as all of us saw. While Wulfy had the more consistent run, and Freddeh, you were chugging along just fine. It was very interesting.
I feel like when I have like when the game opens up to me like that early on, or when I progress far like Dark World and I haven't cleared a lot of Light World, I find I tend to scramble more and like where to go. I did think the route I did was it is really hard to route. I think I did pretty good, except the big thing was I went to North Dark World really late. That was one of the last places I checked, finding Fire Rod and Quake there.
I literally did Ice Rod Cave, or I mean Ice Palace into Zora before actually getting Quake. That was the last thing I had left to do was that place. I'm like, well, if that's the place, I'm gonna ride on it and get screwed by it. And it ended up being the place. There was not a lot of rupees that seed either. Like, I didn't actually have Zora money until the very end.
Yeah, that's one of the hard mode perks, quote unquote.
Yeah. Usually there's at least a 300, so I guess there was a 300 on the library I could have gotten, but I ended up getting 100 out of Ice Palace, I think, and it was enough.
It would have been really smart to grab that 300, honestly.
Yeah.
I went to Zora with 450 and I was just like, no, you know what, screw it.
Yeah. I was actually really debating to grab the 300 just to buy potions. Because I wasn't sure, like, okay, I'm in go mode, but I don't have any potions or any protection items. I ended up not using a single cape or my green potion that I bought, but it was good just in case.
You certainly did better on that than Elminster did, unfortunately. You took, like, what, 3 deaths again in there?
Oof.
Yeah. I was kind of tilted. One of them he just landed on top of me in 4th phase, and then another one I started using the Cane of Burna because I found it in Ganon's Tower. I was using it to speed up 2nd phase, and I forgot it consumes more magic on hard, so I ran out of magic and I had to leave and get more. And also I was tilted from failing the 1-1 cycle twice in a row.
Oof, that sucks.
And we can note that Katose has finished up in 9th place with a time of 2 hours, 3 minutes, and 37 seconds. Oh, man. Yeah, and Freddeh, yeah, you died twice on Laser Bridge. Thankfully, you set yourself up.
Well, one of those
safety.
was important. One of those was on purpose. The second one was when I messed up the laser first time. So, yeah, I mean, I figured I was going to have to at least reset my HP so I would be safe, because no fairies from the anti-fairies, but... yeah, no, that was a fun seed. It was not very hard mode, as Jem pointed out, with the whole getting tempered and blue mail by the time you even get to Dark World.
This is why I want to see an expert daily.
It was still a little scary doing at least blind, because I'm still not very good at scripted blind, as I'm sure you guys saw. It worked out, but
this is why we need an expert daily, though.
True, that'd be fun to try to do. I would probably get destroyed, but it's Force Master Sword Silverless, right?
Yes, I believe so.
It is confirmed. Both Expert and Insane are Master Sword Silverless required, unless you do Swordless mode, in which case you do get the silvers, but you're stuck with the hammer.
Yep. Jem didn't get the big chest out of Swamp Palace, I see. Where was the king at the
Yeah,
bottom?
left side for big key to get the silvers from the big chest.
Yep. Yeah, it's kind of a rough setup, but I'm like, once I got the map early, I'm like, screw it. Let's get the left side first, and it happened to get the big key, and then I opened silvers. I'm like, well, it was worth it. Did you go like straight to Death Mountain and then get Master Sword and go straight to Aga 1, Minster?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, that makes sense. When I got tempered out of, cause I went EP first, then went up to Death Mountain, and then I'm like, if Hammer happens to be South Shore, it's still really bad to do Aga 1.
Yeah, I did South Shore before going to Death Mountain, and I did that because if like the hookshot or the hammer or something was there, I wanted to be better prepared for going up the mountain.
For sure, yeah.
And then I was like, okay, I got the Master Sword. I already checked South Shore. There's still Saha and Eastern, but I don't really feel like going there, so let's just go Aga.
Yeah, after I got the second sword out of EP, I was in about 90% sure that was an Aga seed, just by what we had gotten so far. But I wanted to make sure, because it's just such huge time loss if Hammer and Mitz are somewhere close, like South Shore.
Yeah, like it's it's always a pretty big risk. Like either way,
Yeah.
it's hard to decide.
Yeah.
I usually what I try and do is I try and route in fake flippers, because if the seed is Aga required, you might be able to skip Aga if
that's fair.
something good is there. But if that's like with the limited rupees in hard mode, it's really hard to do that.
Yeah. My problem is it's usually a choice between fake flippering or doing Ice Rod Cave. Like, I don't like doing both at the same time, just because it's a long run back and forth without roots or flute, at least. So
Like,
I usually decide on the one that's in logic rather than the one that's out of logic. But
that makes
it
sense.
depends
But like, if the logic wants you to go to Aga, if it wants to force it, and you don't want it to be forced, then like there is where I make the decision to go out of the logic.
yeah,
That's just how I see it.
We are running short on time, so are there any last minute thoughts?
a quote unquote hard seed.
I wish I'd executed better. That would have been nice.
I felt fairly comfortable with mine that one. I just wish I would have routed in a bit more normal. I wish I would have routed in that friggin' graveyard clay a long time ago. But it is what it is.
It happens, but hey, GG's to all of you. Congratulations for getting the top 5. That's amazing, especially to Wulfy with the big first place finish. Make sure you guys tune in. We've got more races coming up later this afternoon, or later up this evening. We've got a Key Sanity race at 8 p.m. tonight. And then after that, we have an open mode race at 11. So make sure you guys tune in for that as well. And of course, we've got our tournament going on. I don't think we have any races going on specifically today. I think we may have one race later this afternoon, or one going on right now, as a matter of fact.
On twitch.tv/speedgaming, the secondary tournament matchup will start in about 5 minutes. So those that want more randomizer action immediately, head over there once we're done. But again, GG to all of our runners here. Jem, Elminster, Freddeh, and Wulfy. Just wow, what a race. Give them all a follow, please.
Absolutely. And make sure you also give a shout out to our trackers, Dude52089 and Recidador, and of course myself and my co-commentator Wolfman2000. Oh, I am feeling this one, guys. Hopefully you guys had fun.
It sounds like you guys had fun. We'll probably have fun watching this one back at some point.
Oh yeah, I can promise you, we made it a good one for you guys.
Good times.
But in the meantime, we want to thank you guys for joining us as always here on Speed Gaming. Make sure you follow all of our Speed Gaming channels: Speed Gaming 1 through 4, Randomania 1 through 4, ALTTP Randomizer 1 through 4, for all of the continuing races and more. But until then, on behalf of everybody here, I'm the Shades, and we'll see you guys next time. Rock on!
Enjoy!